to, yeah, how do I want to describe that?
It's a difficult question.
It is, it's, not everybody can be somebody who empowers. I think, okay, what is empowerment? Empowerment is giving strength to someone, right? Mentally, not so much physically, but I think mentally and emotionally. It's about emotional and mental thing, right? So a person that can empower other people have to have some type of strong inner mental, emotional place thing, right? And you've got to be doing it in a way that touches people, touches their heart. And I think you guys must have seen my workshop, the empowerment bit at the end where people are screaming and shouting certain things.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically in some of my workshops, right, in the personality development, we go through this bit where I help them realize what their walls and barriers are, right? Everybody has walls and something happened to you when you're a child. So when you grow up, you build up this wall, and then you're afraid to speak in public, or you're afraid of chingchok for some reason, because you found one in your bed one day, and then it's these phobias, right? And it all comes from somewhere, something that you've done, or maybe you've been bullied as you're a kid, right? So as you grow up, you become a bully because you've been bullied, right? So everything comes from somewhere. Anyway, so I help people realize their walls and barriers, and I try to help them. I give them the tools on how to break those walls down. And then once you start to break those walls down, you can start planning your goals and dreams, right? And then, so at the end of the seminar, I'm trying to bring them to a level by empowerment, by shouting to them, basically, can you do it? And they say, yes, I can. And they're shouting, yes, I can. Basically, you're kind of shouting it to the universe. You're promising to the universe that the goals that you have set, you're going to do. And sometimes it gets so elevated that they're shouting and they're screaming, and it gets very emotional. And that feeling of empowerment takes you a very long way. You sometimes, if you can get to that level, you leave that seminar, that workshop thinking, I can do anything. And that's the empowerment that I give them.
Wow, that's very powerful.
You teach
so many students. Do you have like a specific tactic to like empower them more?
I always start from bringing them to a place that is like maybe a dark place, or bringing them back to a moment where they feel the most vulnerable, right? When you're taken back to that moment, and then you realize that moment, you see that moment, and then I bring you to a moment for you to realize, what you're doing this for, or where you want to go, and then the passion that you have to try to strive. Okay, so basically, for example, right, I've done, to get a good picture, okay, I've done a workshop for the Miss Tiffany ladies. You've seen that, right? So one year, maybe 2 years ago, we